Hello everyone. Have you ever done that experiment where you get 2 paper cups and a piece of string between them, and then you try talking into one of the paper cups and the other person listens at the other end? The first time I ever did this, probably I wasn't pulling it tight enough or I'd done something else wrong. I remember being disappointed as I strained to listen to the other person, but all I could hear was them shouting at me from the other end of the room, and not the voice coming through the cup. The cup was silent. I remember the disappointment at hearing nothing, as if I'd been told that it would work well. Or perhaps it was that my expectation was so great that I missed what was actually there. Last weekend we celebrated Pentecost, a time when we remember the Spirit transforming the disciples of Jesus. Sometimes we can feel empowered, emboldened and excited by God's presence within us, but sometimes we can feel like I did when I listened to the cup. We can feel as if there was only silence. It can feel like God is silent. We can feel that in our own lives. And when we can feel it when we look out at the world and see God's apparent silence. Silence when a young black man screams for help and is ignored. Silence when children live on rubbish dumps. Silence when millions die of preventable disease. Silence when people battle mental illness alone and are driven to suicide. Silence when poverty and debt cause a sense of overwhelming lack of control. God can feel silent. The God who we are promised loves us seems utterly silent. I have no neat answers to these questions, but I do believe that God is not silent. We might just be listening to the wrong thing. God's Spirit is active in the voices calling for change. God's Spirit is active in the kindness and care of humanitarian workers. God's Spirit is active in the prompting of someone to ring their suicidal friend. God's Spirit is active in the debt counsellor and the food bank volunteer. Sometimes we look for the impressive, the awe-inspiring actions of the Spirit, and I believe they can happen too. But more often God's Spirit is waiting to work in us, to make the world a better place.